Well, Nick, so far you've had, other than the one punt, a pretty consistent year as the punter. So kind of take me through maybe your preparation, your process.
Sure. So I think after last season, I knew coming into this season that there would be competition at multiple spots, punter, kicker, and the kickoff spot. So really the whole offseason I trained all three pretty equally. I worked on field goals, worked on punts, worked on kickoffs, and that continued throughout training camp. I competed at all three, and I just wanted to give myself the best shot to see the field, and that's where it ended up. So it's worked out for me. I did it my last season at UCLA, and I hope to continue on the path I am this season.
Last year, obviously the team kind of struggled with punting.
Sure.
I'm curious, was that not an option for you last year? Did they ever approach you about punting because you've done so well this year?
Sure. I think it's a combination of a lot of things. When you're in season and you're in form, you never really know what's going on. So from the outside looking in, yeah, I can see how it was a tough year for us punting. But I would say we had a lot of good guys who had put good stuff on tape and had played at a high level before. So it was just a matter of getting in that rhythm and that routine. Keelan was actually my roommate last year. He's one of my best friends. So having him here going through it, he was really a freshman even though he was 23. And yeah, it came up a couple times for me to punt last season. Just never had the opportunity to go do that on the field.
I know a good day for you is a day that you kind of get a day off,
Yeah.
right, on the football field. But, when you go to play a place like Texas, how do you feel like maybe you could impact the game, maybe flipping the field and maybe quiet the crowd a little bit?
Sure, no, that's exactly how you can impact the game. Special teams, you only get so many plays per game. It's a third of the game, but you only get a third of those reps. So for me, that's exactly what it is. Go out there and flip the field, give our defense an advantageous situation, hopefully get our offense the ball back in a good field position. And it's not just me. It's a snap, it's protection, it's the gunners, it's the coverage team. We all go out there and we do it together. It's not just me punting the ball. It's all of us working together, and we work really hard on it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all the way up until the game, and we hope to go do that on Saturday.
You showed range last year when you get to front. The height, the altitude you get on the ball now seems to be really improved in your hang time. Is that something you worked on all season?
Yeah. I think you're always trying to find ways to improve, and anytime you can increase hang time while keeping the same distance, you're forcing fair catches, and your net punt goes up tremendously. So that's always something that you focus on, and I hope to only get better at that.
Most modern day punters don't try to go for yardage as much, but you seem like you have so much faith in your gunners and coverage that you're just going to let it rip.
Yeah, we have dudes out here running super fast speeds. Our gunners are great. They've been tremendous, and they're a big reason why we're doing pretty well net-wise. So anytime I can give them some more time, the better it is. But yeah, they do a great job.
How much does your approach just change week to week, if at all, based on the opponent, or is it kind of just the same approach?
For the most part, it's the same stuff. You got to look at what they do on film, their schemes, their blocks, their percentages, how much they hold up, how much they rush, things like that. Certain guys, they send. So little stuff like that you pay attention to so that you're aware of it during the game. For the most part, if you have a clean operation, good protection, and a good punt, take care of any look that they throw at you.
You never get much attention, but talk about your snapper. He's giving you the
Yeah,
ball.
no, Hayes is great. All know Hayes is a Mississippi boy. This is his 5th season here. Worked his tail off to get to the position he is, and he's doing a great job for us. So yeah, he's just as big a part of it as I am, as everybody else. So it's not possible without Hayes for sure.
You've been here a little while now. Just talk about being able to keep everybody's spirits up. Just something maybe that you say, or even your performance on the field.
Sure. I think anytime you can focus on the process and not the result, that's a good thing. We have a really young team, and I was actually my old school UCLA. I was a part of a team that in my first year there we were 4-8, and the next year we were 3-4 in the shortened COVID season, and I left there with 9 and 8 wins in back-to-back seasons. So I've been through something like this before, and it's unfortunate for me personally that I'm not going to be here to see the progression of this team, but we're on the right direction. You just got to focus on the process. You can't get caught up in any outside noise. Focus on the things that you control, and if you keep doing that, you got to weather the storm a little bit, but you pick your head up eventually, and you'll be in a good spot.
Do you check your stats after games? Do you want to know what you're averaging?
Not typically. When we come in on Mondays, we have our numbers. So the stat that we try to focus on is net punting. So how do we, or winning the hidden yardage, and that's all special teams. It's not just punt. And any part I can play in winning that hidden yardage battle, that's really what I try to focus on the most.
Thanks, Nick.